Hello and welcome to Worldwide Markets Daily Forex Wrap Up. It is May 20th, 2013. We're going to jump right in here with the euro dollar. Currently we're trading at 128.90. We have just poked up through the 1 hour simple moving average on the euro dollar here, and we're starting to see the euro come back a little bit against the dollar. Been a lot of speculation for dollar strength recently, but that only will last so long before you'll get a little bit of a pullback, and I think that we are going to see this, some profit taking and pullback. I would be targeting the 130 area for this, simply because you have our 200 period moving average and a couple of Fibonacci levels on short term and longer term charts that are coming into play at those levels. So definitely keep your eye open for those moves, and we should see some of that action play out this week. Dollar yen, biggest thing I want to talk about with dollar yen. I mean, Bank of Japan continues to make statements that will lead to dollar strength and yen weakness. They're not really coming out and saying that they're going to jump in and get involved. In addition, we've seen this spike from below 100 when we were kind of sitting around 97, 98, all the way up to 103. We did open with a gap down here. We're at 102.24. And usually with Forex pairs, when we do get a gap to open, the gap will eventually be filled. So we want to keep our eyes open for that. Even if you are dollar bearish right now, as far as some of the profit taking and other things going on with recent dollar strength that we've seen, usually this has a tendency to happen within the first 2 to 3 days of the gap open. So I would definitely be paying attention, and if you are looking for shorts on the dollar yen, this is definitely something that's going to come into play sometime this week. Dollar Swiss, as you can see, we have a bit of a double top at 97.50. Once again, playing into some profit taking on the dollar, and right now we're looking at a possible entry to the short side if we do get below 96. You have a midpoint here in the middle, right around that area, 95, 95. So usually below a 000 number, I want to, or actually in this case a 00 number, I want to see it get at least 15 to 20 pips below that before I would look to enter to the short side. So I want to see things get to 95, 80 before I'd want to see this double top play out. And you can expect hopefully about 100 pips worth of move to the downside. And then you may see some support and a slowdown come in right around the moving averages. Pound dollar, kind of the opposite, a little bit of a double bottom here. Midpoint a touch over 51.53. You do have your 100, 200 period moving averages there in the middle. So I definitely tread with caution here and see what happens. We can just kind of take a look at the bigger picture. And you see that we have the resistance up here at 56. And I would also think that you're going to see kind of all these pairs trade together this week, and some dollar weakness will be seen. We'll jump into a developing story with gold and the Aussie dollar. The U.S. is trying to block gold going into Iran. Iran's been trying to buy up a lot of gold to stabilize their currency, and the U.S. is in the process of trying to block that, especially going through gold brokers in parts of the Middle East and Turkey. We saw a huge spike on gold this morning. We went from 1359 all the way up to about 1400, and we've settled back in here to 1385. I still am a gold bear, but with this developing news, we'll see kind of how that plays out and whether or not it's going to have a major impact on what gold does. But if we look at the bigger picture, one of the things that we've been talking about, is even since back here when we were in the 1500s, that if we got that break to the downside, that we were looking for gold in the 1200s and to create a bottom. So, it's kind of still what I'm thinking. We had the huge drop off. We had the pullback back into a 1480 to 1490, and then we started to pull away again back towards this previous level, and we may see some more profit taking and some more an increase in demand simply because of what's going on with Iran, but I still think we're going to see 1200 gold before we see 1500 gold again. So definitely pay attention to that. And as gold goes, so is the Aussie. The general trend has been down ever since gold pretty much dropped off the table, and we're just seeing this continue to peel to the downside. We broke right through the parity level, and we're trading at 98.15. We can look at some historical prices here. Back from May of last year, we hit 95.95. And you definitely see some various points of support over the last couple of years in and around these areas. So you want to keep your eyes open for that. Whenever currency's been trading in a certain range for a certain period of time and then drops out of that range, you definitely want to look at longer term charts and see how see where those levels are, so you can see where possible longer term support is. That is all we have for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. Enjoy your day and good luck with your trading.